Friends, Bryan here. I gotta talk to you guys about something. It's not easy to talk about. It's kind of like when I talked about avoiding people. For a long time, I thought I was crazy. Did a YouTube video about it to throw it out there. And it looks like I wasn't crazy. Looks like a lot of people feel the same. On that note, I have to talk to you guys about something for someone in my generation. I'm Generation X. I was born in 1973. My 52nd birthday is coming up in a couple of months. We are in a different age, folks. And again, I'm not bringing this up to offend anybody. We all have our own battles in life. This is just how I see it. But now we live in an age of instant gratification. And it seems like anything that takes a little bit of effort and dedication, people want to avoid at all costs. So let me give you a couple of examples. Number one, most of you know that I am a professional musician, and I was a very, very successful guitar/music instructor for many years. 12 years ago, I had my own music school. I built it up to over 100 students a week. I had teachers working for me. I was making a pretty good living. I was working my ass off, but I made a pretty good living teaching guitar. And I've noticed in the past few years, since what had gone around the world a few years ago, it's harder and harder to make a living doing that, even if you're offering the best of the best in your area. It's just not like that anymore, and it's getting harder and harder and harder. I just think a lot of people now, I think they think, oh, I'm just going to pick up the guitar and play it like Brad Paisley or Eddie Van Halen. And when they don't, it doesn't matter who you are, it takes some time, proper instruction. People who buy guitars and learn off of YouTube or try and teach themselves, it never seems to work out 99% of the time. But people just don't see the value now in paying for proper instruction. And they look at it as an exchange of time, where it really, you're paying for someone with 35 years experience, education, teaching experience, use of their studio, use of their teaching materials, software, equipment. It's a dying industry. And I thought, oh, maybe it's just me. Maybe the fact that I was slightly antisocial, which you guys know about. But I was always good with my clients. Played a part of it. That's a video for another day. I live in a fairly remote area. We don't have a huge population base to draw from. I thought, okay, maybe it's just me. Maybe it's the area. I live in Quebec. I have French speaking ability. I don't know if I'd say I'm perfectly bilingual, but I can definitely, carry a conversation in French. I thought, maybe does that have to do with it? There's a lot of English people where I live. I don't think it's that, but I got a job working for across the border in Ontario, just a short drive from here, being the advanced guitar instructor for a new store, which is the largest chain music store in Canada. And I was there for several months, and it was very slow. In the past, at a store like that, it never would have been like that in their music school. You would have just been so busy with students. And I talked to the music director who's in charge of the whole province, and I was told, basically, it's not you, it's everywhere. It could be the price of everything now. It could be things have gotten weird after COVID. And it's kind of sad because you used to be able to make a really good living from that, and you can't anymore. And it's very hard to get the bills paid. So on that note, going from music lessons, health, I'm going to be 52. I'm getting ready for my 52nd birthday. I want to look better on my 52nd birthday than I did on my 51st. I was never into drugs, recreational drugs. I was never into alcohol. I was always into food. I've had trouble with my weight as I've aged. At times, in my 30s, when I was running my music school, playing professionally, supporting a woman and her 2 kids, I didn't prioritize my health. So I've been on that end of the coin. You guys know the story. 2022, when I got sick, I started putting on a lot of weight. My weight ballooned up to 350 pounds. It wasn't good. I know what it's like eating bad food, sitting on the couch, and how fast the quality of my life was dropping, and how sick I was feeling sitting on the couch going, man, I have to do something about this. and it wasn't good. But health, I know what it's like. It's awful. And I've had more people as I got in shape and I put effort into my health. Yes, it's a priority. It's a lot different than when you're younger. But it's almost like our job. You got to prioritize your health. But I'm not judging anybody. I know the battle. But my question to everyone is, I've had many people come up to me who are getting older or overweight, diabetes risk, cardiac risk, their doctors on them, saying, I wish I could do what you do, but I can't. I wish I could. And they'll list a million reasons. And it's like, well, holy fuck, man. I was 350 goddamn pounds and I got off the couch and I started doing what I had to do. And if you look around, if you stop and look around, go to a mall wherever you live and you look around, I'm not putting people down. I'm just saying, folks, look at everybody. We are a sick society. And what's the solution for most people? Go to the doctor. Yeah, just give me something. Give me a pill. What's the easiest route? Are you really happy, though, doing that? Having a doctor that keeps giving you more and more prescriptions? Like, do you guys realize Big Pharma is a business? Mega billions of dollars. If we were all a bit healthier and took a little better care of our health, I'm not saying that pharmaceuticals don't have their place, but man, they would be pissed. They want us sick. I don't want to get into conspiracy theories, but it's like, I don't know. I've had more people say to me, man, I wish I could do that. I wish I could do what you're doing. So I've actually started my own business. I've done personal training. You guys know I have a pedigree in lifting to actually help people, because it's just crazy, like all the misconceptions people have and stuff. But like, man, just why is it so hard for people to say, hey, I got to start making some effort and prioritize me and prioritize my health? You've all probably had bad relationships, been fucking taken to the cleaners by shitty people who pretended that they loved you, but they were just out to get something. You've probably lived a very stressful adult life and you're getting into middle age. Why can't you prioritize yourself and say, hey, I'm worth it. I know it's going to suck for a couple of weeks, but I'm going to start eating better. I'm going to start exercising. I'm not saying go to the gym and do that, but do something. Like, I just don't understand why for so many people I don't get it. Why is that just not an option? I want people to tell me, because I'm not getting it. I know what it's like being on the other side and seeing my health get worse week to week to week. And then I'm sitting there going, I'm going to fucking die. I felt so horrible at 350 pounds. And I felt bad because my fiance, I told her, I said, this isn't the guy that you signed up with when we started dating. You were going out with a guy who was in shape and who was in pretty good health, who looked pretty good. This isn't what you signed up for. You didn't sign up to be a goddamn caretaker. Anyways, guys, I mean that with love and respect. You guys aren't the easiest crowd. Back in November, I had the viral video my channel was hot for a New York minute. But man, I posted a lot of other videos and thought that were pretty good. And it's like, 400 views. It's just, I just do the best I can here at The Life of Bryan. Sharing my thoughts, basically for Generation X. And hopefully you guys can relate. You guys are really good with getting into the comments section. But this is a serious one I'd love for people to answer. We can agree to disagree in this channel. You guys can write in the comment section. You can say, Bryan, fuck off. That's fine. Like, it's, and that's another way the world's going that's not good. So, like, we should be allowed to agree to disagree. Okay, we can do it respectfully, but I don't care. Comment. Tell me what you guys think. Like, maybe it's like, hey, I have all these health problems. I'm 500 pounds and I'm happy. But are people really happy, though, when you're like that? I can tell you I sure wasn't. We all have that private moment when we get out of the shower and we look in the mirror and go, man, what the fuck happened to me? I don't care who you are. I don't care how much money you have. I think in your pie chart of happiness, I'm not saying you got to look like a physique competitor or look like a movie star. I'm just saying, like, that's part of our happiness. I'm sorry, I don't believe in fat shaming. I don't believe in, but I believe in people should take responsibility for their health and everything and say, hey, yeah, it's not just my doctor prescribing me stuff, because he'll gladly prescribe me, or she will gladly prescribe me more and more. You do what you have to do, man. We all have our battles. I love food. I look forward to my cheat meal all week, although I have not been I've taken my cheat meal out of the equation, and you can see it in my face. Skinny face. But as I said, my 52nd birthday is in the middle of August, and I'm going to be ready. It's just, and it's not, I'm not criticizing anybody, but just, guys, just help me understand. I understand for some of you, it's just going to be sitting on the couch and just letting your health go. I get it. But if I can reach through and help some people who've been sitting there, who are fucking sick and tired of being fucking sick and tired, being controlled by food, eating for emotional reasons, and they're like, no, I want more. I want more out of my life. I don't give a shit if I'm 40 or 50 or 60 or goddamn 70 years old. I want more for myself. Good for you. That was the same for me. Guys, I appreciate all the support. As I said, you guys aren't an easy crowd. But I appreciate it. The likes, the subscribes, the comments. I appreciate it all. Not an easy topic to talk about, but I've been wanting to talk about this for some time. As I said, I've had a lot of people say, man, I wish I could do that, but I can't. Fuck, I can't. Tell that fucking saying in your head, say, go fuck yourself, you fuck. I'm making changes today. If this helps one of you out there, awesome. And to other people, if it doesn't, or if you hate me, you're like, I'm going to unsubscribe from this guy, that's cool too. I love you too. I'm working on liking people again, and I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. This is Bryan, signing off.